Ooh, yeah. Back for another spicy episode of What the Podcast. This one gets particularly caliente.
All right.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Welcome back, What the Podcasters. Good to see everybody, all your shining faces around the studio once again.
Mm-hmm.
Happy this week. Happy opening day season.
Happy opening
Baseball
day.
is back, baby.
Wow.
John, how are you feeling?
Feeling great. Can't wait. I'm going to a game next Monday and then next Wednesday.
What?
Ooh, bada bing, bada boom.
And I was going to go to opening day. I was pretty like going around telling people I was going to go to opening day. I don't think I'm going to opening day, unfortunately.
Dang.
But that's okay.
That's
You
right.
were spreading that rumor.
I
You're
was
manifesting
In hopes that
it.
somebody would be like, "Oh, me too. I've got tickets," and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. I wasn't going, but you can give me one of those tickets, and then I'll be going."
Yeah. I wish I was going, but I am not, which is fine. I honestly, it's fine. I wanted to, but
It sounds fine.
There will
I'm
be
cool with
plenty
it.
of opening days.
yeah, I got plenty of opening days left in my lifetime, so.
That's beautiful. We hope, right?
I went to the. Oh, I'll let you finish.
Hold
that
that thought.
Trevor.
Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan,
I'm John.
and together we are.
Ryan and John.
Cheers, buddy. Good to be back. On the couch as always, my wife, Cara Tafolla.
My wife.
Okay, that came from really deep within.
It did. I had to take a breath.
Thanks for being here.
Loading for
Joining us this week with her iced coffee in hand, always fresh, never frozen, Annie the Skovmand, the lovely.
Thank you.
The studio audience is popping off today. Guys, we just got back from a trip to New York City, and as we talked about last week, you guys are entitled to some little goodies.
Yeah. You're gonna start that. You're gonna kick that off, right away, huh? Nice.
Gonna kick it right off.
Love.
You want us to close our eyes and then hold it in our hands and guess what you got us?
Hey, let's let them run the show, okay?
Hey, how about I do the presentation? All right.
Yeah. When you go to somewhere and you bring back gifts, you can be in charge of that
If
presentation.
you ever go somewhere, I can't wait to see what you bring.
No, she'll go somewhere. She'll go.
You really-
somewhere.
I'm going somewhere next
You
month.
really tied this.
It's not it.
Where,
Just
where,
not
are
it.
you, where are you going next month?
I'm going to Austin, Texas.
Oh, cool.
Bow, bow, bow,
Okay,
bow.
well, we'll start with this one because Annie specifically asked for this thing.
I
Close
did.
your eyes.
Crack
Close
cocaine
your
from the streets
eyes.
of New York.
Oh my gosh.
Put this in her hand.
Is it? Oh, I'm kind of scared.
Okay, stop doing
okay,
that.
Okay.
It's your very own teeny tiny Statue of
Oh,
Liberty.
Wow. Wow. It's really tiny.
I know.
Wow.
It's the smallest one we could find.
Yep.
That is cute.
It's so teeny tiny.
There were so many things we could have bought you, but you specifically asked for a teeny tiny Statue of Liberty. So there you go.
Oh, wow.
That was
That's so
it?
We thought of
cool.
you. That's
That's
it.
it. That's
Yeah.
all you get.
Love it.
Now, John's
look
was
at-
trickier. I
big
couldn't,
it-
by the time we started buying souvenirs, we were coming towards the end of our trip. Okay. And so
Civvies,
the wallet was kind of,
It's thin.
it was thin.
And that's okay.
So, John, close your eyes.
Oh.
John, you can go ahead and read that for us.
It's the I Heart New York. Okay. New York was so expensive I could only afford half a cup. That is awesome.
Yes, it is
Wow.
half of a mug.
Wow.
That is so
New
cool.
York was so expensive, we could only afford half a mug.
That is
for
so
you.
awesome. Wow,
There
thank
you
you.
go.
That's
Can't
really
promise
cool.
the drinking experience will be great out of that
It's
mug,
not.
though.
I've had a mug like that before. It's not
You're
enjoyable
gonna
at all.
dribble.
Yeah, you dribble a little bit, but
That is so cool.
there you
Thanks,
go.
guys.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
Love that.
Enjoy it.
I'm adding it to my Shrine of America.
Oh wow, you're really like pro America over there.
You need a little tiny White
Someone
House.
Someone has
someone
to be.
has to be on this podcast.
Oh.
It's about time that somebody's pro America here.
Yeah. Oh my God. Womp womp.
But New York, great.
Great. We loved it. I was saying before the show, I think in another life I lived in New York. I was like, I don't know what I was doing there.
So
but
I could
what
tell
about
you.
that? Like is it something that clicks when you get to the streets of New York?
There's
or-
something about like doing the subway system and
like it.
I like it. Like get on the subway, take it uptown, go to a place, like take it downtown.
It's a walk-in city.
It's a walking
Now,
city.
do you think if you had to grind in that city, like if you had to work 3 jobs,
Yeah.
and lived in a tiny
Yeah.
apartment, and that was like your everyday.
I could see that being difficult.
Because I'm like, it's
Absolutely.
fun when you're touristing, right?
Yep.
And you're like,
Oh.
I'm just going to check out a museum.
We're
or go to a
basically
show.
living like celebrities. I mean, we're
Right.
going into restaurants and we're, just like flying by the seat of our pants. We're
Yes.
going to Broadway shows, and it's like obviously because we're on vacation, right?
Yeah.
So that's like
So imagine that being your grind, though, like on the subway.
horrible, probably.
To work
And you're not
somewhere.
living in like we were hanging in kind of the like the Upper East Side of Manhattan and like down in Greenwich Village, like very like a lot of young people, a lot of young professionals, and
Yeah.
that's probably not where you're gonna be living if you're like there grinding away,
Wow.
right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Which shows did you see?
We saw 2 shows. We saw this was the opening week of The Last 5 Years,
With
starring
Nicky J.
Nick Jonas.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're gonna hear from a lot of people that he wasn't that great, and there was like a lot of weird buzz about the show before it opened, where it was like
And it's not just him; it's her too.
that it was like ridiculously miscast, and they had no business doing this show, and they kind of like soiled like what would have been an awesome boot, because the show was off Broadway for a long time, and then it was there was a movie, and then this was finally its Broadway run. But I thought he did a great job. I thought he really nailed the character. Obviously he has a great voice, and that show is one of my favorites. So it was just great to see.
Loved it, and then it sounds like you guys really enjoyed it.
Loved it. And then we saw Death Becomes Her, which was not on my bingo card, but Cara fully scoped
my
it out
bingo card.
and was like, we have to see this show. This is like the show right now to see. It was fantastic.
Really?
Based on a movie, Meryl Streep, Goldie
Meryl Streep and
Hawn.
Goldie Hawn in the 80s.
It's kind of like an
So
Addams
good.
Family type of beat.
It is such a great movie.
Really good. I haven't seen the movie, but the show was
Adaptation
fantastic.
Very
to
camp.
stage, really.
Yes.
Yeah, and the show was very
Fantastic.
classic Broadway, hilarious, big numbers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was also great to like live through this trip, because this was also my niece's first time in New York, and she's 8, and it was like so funny and sweet. There were so many times like she had moments definitely where she's got a lot of energy and needs to get it out. And
Yeah.
when you're on the subway, that's like not an easy thing to
Ideal
do.
scenario, yeah.
But like talking with our friends after the show and her being like, "Oh my gosh, it was so energetic about the show and like so into it." And like, we're walking through Times Square and everything's amazing, and like,
Yeah.
these gigantic screens, and it's all
Giant
Telling her
iPad.
the dangers of
Overstimulating.
New York.
Yes, we say it's OB rules. It's like, if you see somebody, freaking out or having a moment or yelling, it's like, just keep walking, just ignore
walking.
it. Hey, it's
lot
the
of
same
OB
thing we do in
rules
OB.
out there.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be OB
So,
moments. I'm
that was
sure.
really fun and sweet too, and
That is sweet.
yeah, but it was a great time. We had like a food tour locked in. Like we were
Really?
like on TikTok for weeks ahead of it,
Mhm.
like finding places to eat, because we're all big foodies. Like it's kind of similar to how we did Europe, where we were
Yeah.
like, okay, these are the spots we're gonna hit in this part of Manhattan, and then we're gonna take the subway up here and get we had a whole day in Chinatown where we were like eating dumplings and noodles, and then we're eating like pizza over in the Village, and like Italian food in Little Italy. Like
Did you hit the Sbarros off
We
Times
did.
Square?
we did not hit the Sbarros off Times Square,
You
but
are
I
missing
did.
out.
I know. I hear it's
Did
great.
You get this virals
I
on
hear
Our
it's
Times
great.
first place that we went to, because we didn't have a plan for the first night.
Uh-huh.
We just went into we passed. It's called the Restaurant District, and like it's where Noah
Restaurant
used to
Row.
work. Yeah, Restaurant Row.
Yes.
Noah used to work on Restaurant Row, so we kept walking, and we hit a place called Norma, and it was Sicilian Italian, and you walked in, and it was like you were in Italy again.
It set the tone for the
It
whole
was
trip, because
so
we were like,
good.
now we can't miss. We
Yeah.
like found this little hole in the wall place. It was awesome.
That is
The
so
bagels.
Cool. And how was the reason you went?
The reason we went,
Tribute
thank you
concert.
for asking, the Muppets Jim Henson tribute concert put on by one Tyler Tafolla, friend of the show.
A one.
It was fantastic.
Good.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's good. Yeah.
Did you get to see the one that was here?
No, I didn't. I haven't seen this version.
It's
of
really-
of his. I know he's in it a couple times. I
It's
haven't
pretty
seen it.
great, I'll say. I think like it's one of the things that I've seen him like most stoked to do,
Oh, good.
because he loves the Muppets, and like,
Yeah.
the guy, he does a great Kermit impression, and his friend does a really great like Fozzie Bear and Cookie Monster, and like they all have these impressions, but they're also really talented like puppeteers and singers, obviously. And
wow, it looked really cool.
It's so fun. Yeah,
I meant
to
buy the live stream ticket and watch, but it was like right in the middle of something I wasn't home, and so I was like, oh man, because I wanted to watch, but I wasn't sure how the live.
He's
stream
been
was.
uploading clips and stuff. So
I'm sure
you'll be able to see
it all eventually.
But it was cool to like go with a purpose. Like like at the end of the week we're gonna go to the show, so it was kind of fun to
cool. And was Tyler kind of busy throughout the whole week?
He'd like
in and out?
take off for rehearsal in the middle of the day, and it like I don't know, it was just kind of exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah,
that is really exciting.
It's cool. So
in New York,
good times.
Any cool like sightings?
Yes, I won the celebrity sighting game. The whole time we were like, because we always see celebrities when we're in New York, like just walking the street, people, and we were like, okay, whoever spots the biggest celebrity wins. And we saw his name was Chris Redd. He was on SNL. Black dude. He was like
couple seasons.
Only in a couple of seasons.
He was in Italy.
He was at Italy when we were walking
Italy.
through Italy, which is like the IKEA,
Who did Cat Michael
the
see?
Italian IKEA of. They saw
It was like the dad on something.
the dad on a show that I don't remember now.
Same.
But-
Shred, this guy.
There he is.
Yeah, that guy.
But I took the win. I spotted a one Matthew Gray Goobler walking on the street.
Wow.
I was we were standing out on the street in the village, me and my dad and my sister just hanging out, and the girls were all in the store. Some store. What was the store that we were in?
It's a Japanese toy store.
Oh, this is also the thing.
We'll get into the lore
we'll
after
talk
you-
about
yeah.
that in a second. But there he was, just walking on the street, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna walk up to him.
Did you see his outfit first or him?
I saw his face and his hair because
Oh.
I was like,
He has very iconic hair.
he has a look.
Had bright red corduroy pants on
Oh yeah, he's known for his
with
cookie clothes.
with a big suede brown jacket with a fur collar.
So he
Yeah,
was like
he's a vibe.
not trying to not be noticed. Like he was like, I'm going out walking. Like I'm gonna go talk to people.
He lives down there.
Yeah, I can
He's
tell.
like known for wearing kooky clothes and stuff like that. AD did a tour of his house, and it was interesting.
Oh, I gotta check that out. I know, like and right off the bat, my sister is like shuts down in these situations. Like does not want to go approach somebody. Does not want to be like, hey,
she's
can I
been
take a
She's
picture?
been trained by Trader Joe's to be like,
Yes,
don't
like,
talk to him,
don't look him in the
acknowledge
eye.
him, don't let them
Don't
know.
even say their
I feel
name.
like she's been like that before. Trader
She
Joe's.
Oh
she
yeah,
was.
totally.
not-
she gets
she's not a
she
big-
gets starstruck pretty easily. But I know for a fact Cara doesn't. So I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna go get Cara. Go to the store and get Cara. And Cara went to talk
I'm
to him and
literally
get the
in
picture.
the store, and Ryan goes, Cara.
I'm like,
Cara.
Cara, come here.
And I go, I like this. And he goes, you need to come here right now.
I was it's a packed store. I didn't want to be like, Cara, come here. There's a celebrity. Somebody you should come see out here because the place is packed. And surely, right after Cara took the picture, it was like people start seeing him
So
and start
I go up,
filming.
and he's talking to this other woman, and it seems like they know each other. So I'm like waiting for the conversation to kind of die down. It's taking a while. So I was like, and then these other two girls behind me were like, we're waiting to take a picture
there was a
with
line.
him
There was a
too.
queue building.
Not really. It was like 3 girls. And I was like, I looked at them and I went, here we go. So I went up and
They're
I went, I
unionizing.
said, I am so sorry to bother you, but could I just cut in to say hello? Big fan. I was wondering if I can get a picture. And the woman he was talking to was like, oh my gosh, yeah, go. And he was so sweet. He was like, oh my gosh.
He was
so
kind of
cool.
goofy, right?
He's the same way as Criminal Minds. It's the same as his character in Criminal Minds.
Uh-huh.
Just awkward, like high pitched, like, oh my God. So then we take the picture, and then he complimented my shoes because my shoes matched his pants. And then
Nice.
after I said thank you, then he kind of turned around and realized that all these other people were waiting. And he was like,
Did he split or did he take
No, he
pictures
stayed.
with all of them? Oh, that's
because then your dad, there was a girl who didn't have her phone. So your dad was like, I'll take your picture for you. And sent it to her.
yeah, that was funny. It was so random. My dad was like, "Here, you could take my phone," and she was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah, like just send it to yourself and then give me my
Yeah.
phone back." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
Yeah. And then the girls came over and they were like, they told me, they were like, thank you.
The voice of Simon in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What he's best known for.
For his most
Yeah.
iconic role, Alvin and the
Yeah.
Chipmunks Chipwrecked.
Before we move on, tell me about the thing on your phone, Cara. I need to
Okay,
know
so
about
it goes back to this Japanese store.
Yes.
So a while back,
Can you
people
hold-
were
can
getting
you hold
like.
up the thing so people can see it.
Sure.
Well, I mean, everybody's into these like secret, like blind boxes.
blind
now.
boxes.
Is like you go into these stores, and a lot of them are Japanese. Like they're little, either a dongle for your phone or like a little
Or a
miniature.
charm.
And it's like you buy it and you try to collect them all.
The two biggest ones that came out about a year ago. One of them is called Sunny Angels, and they're the little babies that you see on the back of people's phones, or they're just like a little statue of it. And the blind boxes are like, oh, the fruit pack, and it's all these little babies that have like a little hat that's a different fruit, and
Now-
people try and collect them all.
Now that you know about it, you'll see it.
You'll
it's
see
like
it,
a
you'll see
Gen
it.
Z TikTok
So there's that,
thing.
and then there's also Smiskies,
Smiskies.
which they're kind of like they're little green neon guys who look like they're climbing on your phone.
Yeah.
There's those. And then these ones, this is called a Mofusand,
Hmm.
and it's a little cat.
Cute.
And this one has a little shark outfit.
So how does it fit on there? Is it like
There's-
Horribly.
so
horribly. Would you
it's
want that
flat
big old thing
on
hanging
the
off
inside,
your phone?
Yeah.
and it's a
Look
big
at that.
stickum.
Oh, it sticks on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound
I
like it
love
would get
these.
caught on my pants a lot.
Yeah,
And I would probably
same.
just rip it off.
Well,
and
the
throw it
best
away.
thing is you put it in your pocket, and you make sure
The
that
phone.
the feet are like
Just
right
check the
above your
phone.
pocket, so it looks like he's hanging off your pocket.
Oh, okay, but you see you put your phone in like this then. in
Well,
your
okay,
pocket.
Yeah.
remember-
not like this.
No.
Girls don't have big pockets.
Don't have big pockets, so our
So
phones
you
hang out
guys
of our
you
pockets
guys put
anyway.
your phone in your pocket like this with the camera on top.
Yeah.
I definitely don't do that. I go
I
camera
do.
down,
You don't do that. You don't
I-
do
charger
that.
up,
I
You
think
don't-
I've
So that
always
when you-
done
Yeah,
camera
I
up.
go
so that when you
camera
pull
down.
it out,
Camera down.
so that when you pull it out, you're holding it already. It's like
So if you pull this
I
out,
pull
I
mine
go.
out like-
I'm upside down.
Yeah, camera down.
hold
Oh,
on.
I switch my
It's
hand.
cameras down. Okay. Well, that's.
I don't do
interesting.
that. I
That's
switch my
phone.
hand.
You put it in your
No,
pocket,
it-
camera down.
But
Camera
so
down, of
so the
course.
day
Which
that
that gimlet
we
would
No
be
way.
we were
nightmare for you.
in Greenwich Village
I wouldn't have
down
that
there.
thing hanging off my phone anyway. So
When
doesn't
we were
matter.
down there, Tanya looked and went, "Look, it's one of those stores." Because Olivia and I are obsessed with Miffy. Miffy's the little bunny.
You've seen the bunny. You know the bunny.
Sure.
Miffy.
Google it.
She's
She's
the
got- she's
Amsterdam
Who
bunny.
is Miffy?
She's on my nail.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just
Oh wow.
Miffy.
yeah.
Got it. I got it.
So me and Olivia are obsessed with Miffy.
Love.
So Olivia sees this store and she's like, "Oh, Cara, there's one of those stores." And Tanya was like, "Oh, let's go in the store." Little did we know, it was the first day of a new Sunny Angel cycle. It was the like Sunny Angel.
And a Sunny Angel is the baby.
Yes,
dolls.
look up Sunny Angel Cherry
And I
Blossom
won't get on a
collection.
watch list.
I'm
for
telling
looking
you.
up Sunny
No.
Angel. Okay, good.
Sunny Angel
up
Cherry Blossom
Tiny
collection.
little baby. Tiny little
So-
baby phone. Sunny Angel.
The Sunny Angel Cherry Blossom ones don't hang off your phone, but some of the other ones do.
Okay. This is so interesting.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing, John. Is
It's
that
just Beanie
when you get
Babies.
married, there's just stuff that you just accept. Is it like this is just a part of my life now?
See, one of these
You know what?
on
If
eBay
there's
is
one
$10.
if there's
Yeah,
one thing
sure.
I know about Cara, she loves a little guy.
I love
Kara
little guy.
is known to love a
I
little
love
guy.
guys.
Talk about loves a little guy. We went to
Wait.
What? Go ahead. Sorry, wrap it up. You get
This store
you get
was the release
you get
day.
30 more seconds about
No,
this.
no.
This
she's
store
got
was
it.
the release day of a new package. So
Okay.
we go in, and this girl's like, "If you're only here for the Sunny Angels, the line is over here." And me and Olivia are like, "We just want to look at the store. I don't want a little baby.
Yeah.
They're kind of weird to me.
They're creepy. Thank you.
They're a little creepy to me."
Oh, you don't like the Sunny Angel?
no.
Okay.
She likes the other.
I
little
like
guys.
the Mofu. So I walk in, and I go,
But
"Do you have any
still.
Mofusans?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, they're right there." I was like, "Yes."
I don't want a
here,
Sunny Angel. I want a Mofu.
The only store here that carries any of this stuff is in Old Town. They post on their Instagram. The store's called Gunzo. They post on their Instagram, "Hey, Sunny Angel Smisky drop tomorrow morning," and then literally by the middle of the day they're sold out.
Yep.
So
I was trying to transition to. You
I know,
also
little
went
guys,
to-
little guys.
You also went to
FAO Schwartz.
the FAO Schwartz. What do you call it? Little guy thing.
Jellycat.
Jelly
Jellycat.
cat thing.
Well, because FAO
I
Schwartz,
feel like I'm listening
biggest
to a
toy
different
store in the
language right
world.
it really
right?
is. It's like Simlish.
now. I'm like, what?
FAO Schwartz,
FAO Schwartz is
Toy
a toy
store.
store.
Got it.
famous,
It's in Big, the movie.
Yes.
You've seen that movie,
Yeah,
of course.
of course.
and
The piano.
Jellycats
The
are
piano.
made in London. So FAO Schwartz is New York, and that's like the closest shipments to the U.S. So they have good Jellycat
They got
Selection.
Jellycats.
They also have a Jellycat pop
So
up
what Jellycat did you get?
called the Jellycat Diner. So we go in,
I did.
He is so
and
cute.
I ended up getting a Jellycat coffee bean.
Oh, that is
Oh, that's
sweet.
perfect.
a little coffee
A
bean.
coffee bean
Sorry.
to go with my espresso
The
cup.
podcast
Yeah.
dog is being really cute.
So cute.
He's being so cute.
He's got his
So
little
this
paw
little,
hanging
let's
off the
talk about this
couch.
little guy thing that you love these little guys, because I heard from Annie there's like an ongoing conversation in your house about your little guys. You have a lot of little guys. Ryan
Yeah.
thinks there should be less little guys. As we know, Ryan panic cleans, or I guess panic
Purges.
purges
Purges.
pretty
From time to
frequently. And I went over to your house. I didn't think there was that many little guys.
Because they're hidden well.
They're you really.
They're
it's
in the
one of those
walls, John.
things.
They're in the walls.
You break open the wall.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
start falling down.
Jellycat.
If
It's
you look-
googly eyes.
It's one of those things like the closer you look, like the picture starts to change.
It's like I Spy, where you're like, at first it just looks like this, and then you go,
Yes.
I guess there are a bunch of little.
But then you realize like the couch
faces.
has eyes.
One of
You're like,
one of my
oh,
little
it's a couch
guys.
Jellycat.
It has legs. Yeah.
Like,
One of my little guys has been stuck in cardboard box purgatory in this garage.
What are you talking about?
box.
oh,
My little strawberry.
Oh, we'll get him down for you.
He's
Sorry.
in a box.
Yeah, I'll get him for you.
and the crazy
But hey, I
thing
want to
is
say
that Cara
I'm sorry.
has
I'm really sorry. We'll send him
known-
home with you today. 100%. He's going home with you today.
I know exactly which Jellycats I own and which ones are missing.
Okay, give me how many?
It's crazy.
Give me a number and tell me if you can name them all.
Give me I can
Give
just
me a
go
number.
through.
How many Jellycats you got?
Hey, a fun game could be.
Hold on.
A fun. While you think about that, a fun game for you guys could be, you take one down in the house.
Yeah.
And see how long
And see how long it
her-
takes her to notice. And if you've successfully captured it for 2 weeks, you throw it away.
2 weeks.
2
that
weeks.
won't
That's
happen.
good. That's good.
But
How long
then,
do you
well,
think
that's
it'll
what you
go?
think.
A day.
That's what you
You
think,
think it'll go
Cara.
a
I know
day.
where because the cats play with them, so I have to put them back.
If I had
Ryan.
any,
They're
if I had
Ryan.
any foresight at all, 2
Ryan.
weeks ago, I would have taken them all and been like, actually, Cara, boom, like open a box and they're all here. Like, you don't.
My first Jellycat
Starting
ever,
now.
the little espresso cup from the store in Julian.
Nice.
The first place I ever saw Jellycats. It was in
Okay,
that
that's
store.
a pretty memorable moment.
Memorable.
Let's not go down the whole list.
Espresso cup.
Give me like.
How many
boom, I
Jellycats
got
do you
this
own?
one, I
Espresso
got this
cup.
one.
Coffee bean, pretzel,
Okay.
peanut,
Yeah.
the shell, the heart lobster, the pineapple,
You got him
the seagull,
I did get
Okay.
it.
the strawberry.
Because my
That's
memory
it.
about my first memory about Jellycat with you, that is you brought the lobster and Arthur thought it was a toy, and so he kept like trying to sneak it to grab it. You were like, no, this is a toy. And like 5 minutes later, Arthur would be like walking away, like, wait, come back here.
By the way, they are toys. I just want to say he has the right idea.
They're
They
not
are
dog toys.
okay.
They could be.
Are you gonna spend $25 on a dog toy? No.
Great question. Would I spend $25 on one
on
of these
anything?
things? No. The answer is no.
$25 is cheap for one of these things.
What's the
Yeah.
going rate
The
for
disco
a
ball is expensive, isn't it?
Disco
Oh my gosh,
ball,
the disco ball's
$90
like
bucks.
Yeah, the disco
9
ball.
0?
Yeah,
Disco ball?
he's big.
Yeah.
He's big.
God.
He's not that big. He's not $90
Oh,
big.
look
Not
up the
$90
most
big.
expensive Jellycat.
Okay,
Oh,
I
wait.
got
It's either
Way
the
too much.
giant dragon.
Or the giant octopus.
I got most
Or a
expensive
rare
Sunny
one.
Angel.
Oh,
See,
Well,
I'm telling you, it's going to mess
those
up
are
your
crazy
feed
too.
now.
Those are crazy
That's
too.
insane.
The most expensive Jellycat is a bashful beige bunny at $300.
Oh, whoa.
What?
I was expecting it to be the giant dragon. For
Oh
like
no, I'm sorry. There's a-
700.
Well, hold on. That's Jellycat. Let's see.
Are we doing like
Oh,
discount?
so the dragon.
Bashful
The
dragon.
giant dragon.
He's $300.
No, he's $1,200.
Yes.
Whoa,
Yes. There we
whoa.
go.
What?
There we go.
Gigantic snow dragon.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's
$1,200.
big,
He's
big.
huge.
Look
we
at
got
him.
a
You can see
we
that
got a
little photo
Timmy
how big he
turtle.
is.
Oh.
That's
How
110.
big is the whale?
We got a
So the whale.
We got an
doesn't
octopus
seem to
that's
be a
800.
Jellycat to me.
Yeah, that's
Eh.
a big octopus.
I love
There's
the whale.
this whale. There's this whale, but this is called a big stuff. That's not a Jellycat.
Oh
though.
No.
no,
Okay,
no.
all right.
Yeah, are we breaking into like off-brand
No.
Jellycats?
Heck no. Heck
Well,
no.
I before I knew Cara's true obsession with Jellycats, I bought her an off-brand Jellycat.
And she was like, "Oh, a stuffy," and you were like, "Yeah, it's a Jellycat." She's like, "Oh,
No, that's different.
Well,
because it's a heating pad.
It's a heating pad.
No.
I knew it wasn't a Jellycat.
The other one I know is popular is the octopus. The octopus is $1,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, it's on sale right now. It's 800.
800.
It's the giant
Oh,
ones too.
that's not bad.
Gilbert.
Reasonable.
Gilbert, the great blue whale, is
That's the thing. Cara
he's retired.
Cara
So
knows
they don't sell
the
them anymore.
names of
Gilbert.
these Jellycats.
Gilbert.
No,
It's
I'm
a
looking.
blue
I'm
whale.
looking. No, I don't.
Kara, you do know a lot of their
That
names.
would be
No, I
ridiculous.
don't.
Kara,
Okay,
I've been to the Jellycat store with you. You know a lot of their
That's
names.
like,
so.
that's
The weird
Fabio.
thing is, all of
The lion.
the inanimate objects like the
Yeah.
espresso cup, the coffee bean, those are called amusables. They don't have names, so it's called coffee bean amusable or espresso cup amusable.
Because it would be silly if they had names.
The animals have names.
Right, which is not silly because they're animals.
So my seagull has a name.
I
Of
love
course.
it here.
Of course.
I want you to know I love it.
What's the seagull's
here.
name? Isn't it like French fry or something?
No,
It is. It's like
fry.
Chip.
no.
It's like Chippy.
What's his name?
I think it might be Chip.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jellycat seagull.
I just want to say it's no weirder than a guy who collects
Chip.
bobbleheads.
Chip.
Or
You were right.
anything else. It's totally normal.
You know what? I've been trying to
And Kat bought one too on this trip.
a jelly cat.
She bought the little gray storm cloud,
Oh, good.
Love.
but a keychain version.
Oh, cute.
Listen,
that's really-
my wife teaches me this every day: is let people like what they like.
Yeah, let them.
It's a beautiful
Mhm.
thing.
As the
let
kids
them.
would say, don't yuck their yum.
Don't yuck my yum.
The best part is when
No,
people
people aren't
hop
saying
on
that.
TikTok
Yeah.
and they're like, "This is my childhood toy," and it's like
Uh-huh.
in threads, and they're like,
Love.
"I just found out it's a jelly cat," and people didn't realize that jelly cats were
Been around
that
for so
have-
long?
They're like Beanie Babies. They've been around since like Beanie Baby times. So people are like, "Can someone tell me which jelly cat this was?" And it's in shreds.
Aw,
I got to tell you a heartfelt story that I found out this week.
I'd love to hear it.
I've been watching a lot of TikTok lately, and I came across this story
Lately?
And okay, I've been
Dang.
on TikTok for a while.
Constantly. A constant stream for the past 5 years. Go ahead.
But Annie, this should give you inspiration, okay?
Okay.
So a girl, she lives in London, but she's from California.
Okay.
But all the California fires happened, as we know in February, we
Yes.
talked about awful thing. Her hometown burned to the ground
Dang.
while she's in London, and so she was like, she's like, I'm having such a hard time with this. Like, I wish I was there, and also like my hometown burned down. Like, just like so, she's like, I'm gonna take some time off of work. She works remote in London. She's like, I'm gonna go rent an Airbnb in the countryside of England.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a week and just like kind of like give myself some time to process this whole thing because it's just awful. And I was like, respect. And she goes and she texting the story. She's texting the Airbnb's host and she's like, hey, like, is your place accessible by train? Because I have to go by train. And the lady's like, no, but like my son will pick you up from the train station and take you there. She's like, cool, whatever. Yeah, it sounds cool. So she goes and she meets this guy. He's like a good looking guy, say her age.
Okay.
And he drives her to the Airbnb and they like talk and they're like, and all of a sudden when they get to the Airbnb, he's dropping her off and he's like, hey, by the way, like, there's food's kind of hard to get around here. Like there's not a lot of food places around here. Like, so if you want, I'll pick you up and I'll take you to dinner tonight. Like kind of like asking her out. And she's like, sure. And so she goes.
Freaking smooth.
So she goes. He picks her up. They go. They have a great time. And on the way back, he gives her his phone and with Spotify. And he's like, "Hey, like, pick a song, whatever." And then she sees his most played song from 2024 is "Starting Over" by Chris Stapleton, and
Sweet.
that's one of her favorite songs.
Oh, love.
And so she's like, they start talking about that, and they have all these similarities. And then she does this like kind of obscure form of meditation to like calm down and stuff, just as a practice. And she's like, oh yeah, like I do this obscure meditation thing. And he says, I do that obscure. He's like, I've been doing that meditation like my whole life, like for the last 5 years. Anyways, they get to talking, and then they start dating, and now they're like fully in a relationship, and
In love.
and in
Falls
love.
in love.
And isn't that the sweetest thing you've ever seen?
Is that
London?
not? No,
No,
she lived in London. She went to the
She
countryside.
commutes there like every couple weeks now to
Oh.
see him, and they're like fully like hitting it
She
off.
fell
Like,
in
they're-
love with her Airbnb host son.
and I was like,
that's a Hallmark movie waiting
A
to happen.
yes,
Hallmark
that's the whole thing. Is she's
Wow.
like, she literally the whole thing is like that. That TikTok when she explained it because she did like to like, put a finger down FBO and she tells the whole story, and then she puts her finger down at the end. But her whole thing is like, I'm living a Hallmark movie, and I'm like, isn't
So
that so
sweet.
sweet.
Dude.
Do you know I'm so jaded? I was waiting for it to be. I was
And she
waiting
got
for
murdered.
the turn, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Okay, like let's go to the restaurant," and then she
And it turns
freaking
out she
died.
killed Casey
I was
Anthony's
waiting.
kid.
I was waiting for the turn.
Yeah.
So Annie, maybe
No.
maybe that could happen to you.
When I was in in Italy. We went to
Yeah.
Cicotere. We went into the store to grab like a magnet or whatever. And the woman, we're talking to her, and she goes, "Are you guys from California?" Like perfect English. I was like, "Yeah, we're from San Diego." And she goes, "Oh, I'm from San Diego." And I was like, "What are you doing here, girl? What are you doing?" She goes, "I came on vacation here, and I met my husband." And we're like, "Okay, goals." I go,
Okay.
like Italy? And she goes, "No, here. The restaurant next door, he was my waiter."
Wow.
And he like flirted with me the whole time. And I thought like, oh, he always does this. And then we left, and he like ran after me to try to like to ask me out that night. And she goes, and we went out that night, and we fell in love. And now he owns the restaurant, and she started the store next to it, and they've lived there for like 10 years
Oh,
Wow.
in this
Isn't
little
that
one of the
sweet?
little towns in
Beautiful.
Cicotere.
I
I was like,
That
oh,
could happen to you.
okay. So
I
I
was
just
just-
need to talk to
I was just
people.
thinking, we hear a lot of stuff on the news and
Yeah.
TikTok, and a lot of it's bad or frustrating or sad.
Yeah.
And it was just sweet to hear a good story.
Yeah.
You know,
I love
I
that.
love it.
Do you think that I'll meet my person like that?
And
Something cute.
Not
and sweet?
not a coincidence. She started at the same time learning to knit the exact same time I did in mid-December
Shut
this
up.
year. Yeah. I love
By
it.
the way,
How is that not a coincidence?
well, it is, but don't worry about it.
Love it.
Big shout out to John because your scarf that you made
Oh,
came
yeah, I
in
made
clutch
that
for
for you.
Cara.
Came
Made it all the
in
way.
clutch.
And little babushka was wearing it around her head when
When
it
it was
started to
raining.
rain. Yeah.
Love
did
it.
did all of us bring umbrellas? And the one night that it was supposed to rain, we all forgot.
Yeah.
It
didn't bring
came
them
down
out.
like cats and dogs, man.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was kind of nice, a little brisk, like winter in New York. I kind of like missed that.
That was not winter. That was fall.
well, whatever, spring. It was like spring.
Let's go back in winter.
No
in.
thanks.
I'm in.
Summer's here.
Go ahead, Annie.
Well, I'm just ready for summer. It's when I'm
Summer.
ready
I'm just
for
ready for
Summer.
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 Dun, 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 dun.
What time is
Dip,
it?
summertime. It's our vacation. What
Yeah.
time is it? Time
Awesome.
of your life.
Anyways, go
School's
ahead.
out. Scream and shout. Summer.
Sup?
Imagine it.
We're
Hold
gonna
on,
have to, we're
one
gonna have to
second.
cut that from the
Summer.
demonetized immediately because we're so accurate with our singing.
really
They're like,
accurate.
oh, that's a little too close to the real thing.
a little
High
close.
School Musical IP is like, that's way too
They're
close to the
cooked.
original.
They
11
auto-tuned
views.
it.
11 views. You're cooked. Get them.
Get up. Get up.
Stupid.
No, in San Diego, we've been having this weird thing where for like 2 days it'll be 80 degrees and beautiful and sunny and
Yeah.
UV8,
Yeah.
and then it rains and storms, like storms.
Not a fan personally. I'm ready for
No.
summer.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for summer.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I like a warm breeze. You're walking outside. Ugh.
I know.
I'm so ready.
I'm regretting my AC bill, my electrical bill with the AC, but you know.
It's the cost of doing business, I think.
San Diego,
Just
that's the way it
being,
is.
living and being.
I recently, this past weekend, went to a little town called Redding, California.
Oh, you did some traveling of
I
your
did.
own
I
this
did. I got on a
weekend.
plane.
Everyone was all across the U.S. It was scary.
First class.
Yeah. Up in the sky. Okay, we're gonna stop. We
Yeah,
can't do
yeah.
that.
No,
again.
we can't
can't do it
stop.
again. We can't.
Demonetized.
Yeah, stop.
And we won't.
There you
stop.
go.
I was first. My travels were great. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I made friends with the stewardess on my first flight, and I don't know. You guys can tell me, is this a good thing or a bad thing? The girl, like, we're chatting it up, and she goes, "Oh, can I get you anything?" And I said, "Oh, can I take a cup of coffee?" And she goes, "Do you want oat milk with that?"
Oh.
She like
knew.
she looked at me, and I went, "Oh." I said, "You looked me right in the eye." And you said, "Oh, that girl likes oat milk. That is an oat milk bitch if I seen one. That girl does not drink dairy, and I know that for a fact."
Is she from Texas?
No, I just added that.
Okay.
I just added that. I
No,
love
she's
that.
from like Sacramento or something.
No, I just like kind of that.
just
I bet
added
it's
that.
because I bet it's honestly
That's my
because she
favorite.
has asked people so many times.
Nope.
Do you want milk? And they'll say, "Do you have oat milk?"
No, she said it's because I looked fancy.
Oh.
I go, I literally said, "Oh, you looked me up and down." You said, "Oh, that girl will take oat milk." And she goes, "You looked a little fancy." And I went, "Oh,"
Oh, fancy. What's that?
Does
mean?
oat?
because she
is
didn't
oat milk
offer
fancy?
it. The thing that was surprising is I heard other people order coffee and she didn't offer it to anyone. So I was shocked that they had it. And she gave it to me. I was like, "They have oat milk on
Maybe
the
she
plane?"
was from like the Midwest or something. Because I feel like oat milk does scream like West
from
Coast.
San Diego.
I'm from a big metropolitan area.
Yeah, it kind of gives
where
like,
they have milk alternatives.
yeah,
I'm a
like,
liberal.
Oh.
Maybe.
No,
I
am I
should
wrong?
change back to whole milk. No, I'm just kidding.
You said your milk choice says a lot about you, Annie. So you've been putting off.
But she was
quite
lovely,
the
and I had a
image.
great chat with her. Went to Reading. It's nice. It's
What
feels
brought
like
you to Reading?
an amazing friend's bridal shower. Got to catch up with her and her family. It was great. It's very like country.
Where is it?
Reading.
It's 2 hours north of Sacramento.
Oh, so it's farm town.
It basically feels like you're in Oregon. It looks like Oregon, but you can see Mount Shasta. It's like
And Sacramento kind of sucks. So it's like 2 hours past that, right?
yeah, but it's country. It's got cows and horses and
Bakersfield
the
type beat.
big
So you
mountain.
Isn't that where the
Mountain,
future farmers
big
of America
mountain.
is?
You flew
FFA?
You flew into Sacramento.
No, I flew into Reading.
Oh, there's
So
a Reading
tiny
airport.
little airport
Oh no.
into Reading.
Oh no.
The only other the smallest airport I've ever been in was Helena, Montana, and this was about the same thing.
Wow.
It had one gate
Thrilling for you.
in it, like the two airlines that go through it are Alaska and United, and they share the gate. Yeah, it was very small town, very interesting. But I was talking to my friends about housing prices there. A one bedroom, one bath apartment. How much do you think costs in Reading to rent?
$700.
I'm going to say 500.
Okay, well,
One bed?
$900 a
900,
month.
yeah.
That's not
Okay,
bad.
you prompted it as like, this will blow your
That
mind.
is crazy.
And
A
you can
studio
find
apartment
you
here?
can find something for that. And
A one bed?
You have to go into East County, which
No,
is shocking.
not in East County, John. I looked in East County.
How far?
I looked all the way
All
up
the
to
way?
Pine Valley.
Well, Pine Valley.
And you're not getting a studio apartment in San Diego County period for less than $1,500.
Disagree. National
I
City.
love-
Chula
I
Vista.
love-
Ever heard of it?
I love when we disagree on things when I'm the only one who has experience.
We got her. We got
got
her.
her.
We got her.
Chat. Did you catch that?
Did you catch that,
Screenshot
chat?
that. Send me that screenshot, chat. No
Oh, she unplugged
way.
her mic.
That's so
That's so.
pick me. Oh.
Pick me is
Yeah.
awesome.
Tune back in, okay?
I'm done. I hate it
She
here.
quits. She
That's fine.
quits.
Okay, yeah, transition to the next thing.
900, huh?
900.
It's pretty good. You gonna move to Reading?
I might now.
Is that your point?
No, my whole point
You're
we were
soft
talking
launching
about
it?
we were talking about how expensive San Diego is,
Yeah,
and
it
I said
sucks.
no. Let me tell you what.
Let me tell you something.
For
Tell
you
you
get
what.
3-bedroom, 2-bath house for $2,200 a month, with a whole yard, big old backyard, all new,
Yeah, but
everything.
The problem is like
Might as well move
that
to
whole-
freaking Texas.
But then
Here's-
you're living in Reading.
Here's
So
my
yeah.
thing. Yeah, you're living in Reading, and also I feel like the economy's got to be different there. Unless you're working
I have no
remote,
idea.
like you, I don't think you're. I think you're not. You're not.
Also,
finding
think
a
of the
job.
California.
demographic. Think of the demographic you're going to be
Yeah.
around.
Do they get the California of it all?
But that's
and
the
like
thing, it's like, do they
high
get
minimum
the-
wage?
That's what I was wondering. I was like,
Maybe.
I know that San Diego's minimum wage is like the cities are a little bit higher.
It's like $17
But still,
or
I
something.
think it's still like 15 or something in the state. Yeah. Like you probably could work a minimum wage job
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
full
afford it.
time and live on your own up in Reading
So
And for
without
what?
roommates.
so just
For
live to
what?
work,
Yeah, and for what?
or do you want to work to live?
Well, I don't know what else there is to live for up in Reading.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
that, yeah.
Agree. It's all down
Cows.
Cows.
here. At least
I was
Sacramento
saying it was
like,
it was pretty.
You could go to the Gold Miners Museum.
I
You
had a
could
lot
see
of
the-
fun. I enjoyed it.
You could go to the train
You
museum.
loved it.
Did you guys go on a trip to Sacramento when you're?
Yes.
In
Oh, the
school?
day trip.
Yes.
The
My
fly up.
Yeah,
sister
awesome.
went to school at Sacramento State. So I
Okay,
spent
so you
quite
went to the
a
Railroad
bit of
Museum.
time up there for sure. I don't know if I went to.
But
that
did you go?
museum.
Did you go
Okay,
in like
freaking
in
bougie schools.
elementary
taking you to
school?
Sacramento. What the
was it?
hell?
You had to sign. You had to. We had to
you
fund
pay,
it ourselves.
You pay your
yeah.
own way to go.
Okay, you got the option.
Yeah, you could. By the way, honey, we can go to Sacramento anytime you want.
Let's do it. Day
is
trip.
not great.
Wait.
You
When
got a
you're-
We
DC
should
trip and a
go.
Sacramento trip.
Yeah,
It's
I
8
did.
No,
hours.
I didn't go on the DC trip.
It's an 8-hour drive.
You went on your
My-
sister's.
We fly.
Here's what was messed up.
It's an hour
Yes,
flight,
you're
dude.
Right, I guess.
It
Then we
is,
gotta
it's
rent
like
a car.
Vegas.
But then we got to rent a car and do
yeah,
the whole
city.
That's true.
Imagine us 8-hour road trip, and we're streaming the whole time.
Oh,
That
we're all wearing
sounds-
GoPros, pointing at our faces.
I'd rather
sounds like
stop
hell.
in San Francisco.
Okay.
Oh,
she's
were we
ruining it.
not about that? Because I'm about that. That sounds fun.
tripping
road
to
trip?
Sacramento?
Yeah, why not?
Sacramento.
think so,
I don't- what
Let's
about
do
this?
other
what about
stuff.
this? Road trip to Fresno.
What if we just do a California road trip?
I mean,
we
sure.
go up, we drive up, we do a day in LA,
Yep.
then we drive up, and what's the next stop? What'd you say?
Morro
Past
Bay.
LA.
Santa Barbara.
We could
Morro
do, yeah,
Bay.
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara. Then we keep going.
Morro
Slow.
Bay, slow.
We go to the
Slow.
castle.
Hearst Castle.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just do a California
guys,
trip.
I would love to go back to Hearst Castle.
And we'll blast
on.
California Girls
That
the whole
sounds
time.
so fun. I'm in.
California Girls.
Undeniable.
By the way, that song still popular in elementary schools around here, which is crazy.
Have you
Dang,
listened to-
California Girls.
They all
The part
know
where
that
When
song.
I
the part where Snoop Dogg raps about like putting
I don't-
whipped cream on your
Tamp,
titties or
fit and
something.
ready.
They listen to that
Get it
version.
up 'cause
I
it's getting
play
heavy.
the Kids Bop version because
Oh, good
I'm
for
not
you.
allowed to play the full version.
Greetings,
But
loved
I think they are playing the original version with the Snoop Dogg. rap.
They all those no good,
kids.
dirty, rotten.
Most radio stations cut his part out.
Yeah, you have to. There's literally no way.
I'm really looking forward to this trip,
California.
but it's not going to be easy to pay for that trip.
No, it's
all
not.
right. Hey, thank you at home to the listeners that support us on Patreon. Listen, we use Patreon here at What the Podcast to support the show. To sue.
To sue everyone.
A lot of lawyer fees. We're suing constantly. No, we use it to support. We keep the lights on. We run ads for our Patreon so we can tell you, your money, your contributions every month keep this show afloat. Okay, so for $4 a month, you get access to the post show. The post show is kind of like a little add-on to the episode. We upload it every week. We also have behind-the-scenes stuff, a lot of extra content. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. The link is going to be down below in the bio. Not my best ad read, but hey, they
What are
can't
you
all be
talking
winners.
about? That
They
was
can't all be winners.
awesome.
Thanks, buddy.
That was great.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Can't wait to road trip with my pals.
Can't wait.
This episode was really heartwarming and fun.
flew by.
It was really
It
sweet.
flew
You
by, I'll
guys
say.
kind of warmed my heart with your story about finding true love out in the country,
Yeah.
regaling stories about our trip. Annie's moving to Reading or something. I don't know. I tuned
know
out.
what-
When she
I
started
actually
talking, I
don't
tuned
know.
out. It
I
doesn't
have
matter.
no idea what she's doing.
But hey, head over to Patreon to watch the post show. Thank you guys for listening. And yep, that's right. Everyone else is on their phones, so that's great. I guess the episode's over.
Bye-bye.
On the couch as always, Cara Tafolla, Annie the Skovmand.
Hey.
I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on What
the
the
Podcast.
Podcast. Hey, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Arthur's been so cute.
He's being real adorable right now.